All right, everyone. So Cody Rhodes commented on Triple H running WWE Creative. This is via ESPN. Triple H in the ring had world champion instincts long before he ever was one. He applies those instincts expertly today as chief content officer. He was also amongst a handful of players ahead of the curve in terms of evolving the sport, which he showcased with the NXT Black and Gold era. When the moment came for him to take over with Nick Khan and lead the ship creatively, he helped guide WWE to massive television ratings and social engagement increases. I take the field for him with immense pride. So this is your biggest star, right? Or I mean, let's be fair. Biggest star, you have The Rock, you have Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes is in that. But I'm going to just say it's the biggest star, right? Because he's on TV all the time. Um, who's putting all his weight behind Triple H? Basically, it's. I think it goes a little above and beyond kind of what normal PR would do. He's supporting him, and I think this is one of the reasons WWE is where it is. Is I think the love people have for Triple H, you could feel it. You could just sense it, and part of it's because look, Triple H gets both sides of this now. That I don't hear that brought up enough about Triple H. Is Triple H has been good at doing what he's doing because he's been a wrestler, right? He was the wrestler who was understanding the worries of it and oh, am I going to get booked here? Am I going to get booked here? This match didn't go well, so he's been through all the ups and downs that these wrestlers today are going through. And he also now understands the corporate aspect of it, right? He's learning that. So by putting the two together, you really can create a great product, meaning that when the wrestlers look at Triple H, they're not talking to somebody who, oh, okay, this guy, whatever, he's never done what I've done. No, no, no. They're talking to somebody who's done the exact same thing. In fact, in some ways, he's actually done more because when he was coming up, when he was wrestling, I mean, this was the days of wrestling when guys were traveling all over the place. There wasn't the kind of stuff they have now. It was a much smaller company. So I think it's easier for Triple H to make the case for what he's doing when he can tell them, look, I've been in your shoes. This is how you deal with this. This is how you deal with this. And he can also empathize, right? If there's a wrestler who's not getting over, if there's a wrestler who feels like they're not getting a push, Triple H can sit him down and say, look, there was a time I felt like this. This is how I got out of it, or this is how I got through it. And so hearing this from Cody Rhodes, I think tells you everything you need to know about why WWE is in the shape it's in. It's because the guy they have replacing, Vince as the creative head is just doing a fantastic job, right? He understands the business and he understands people, and you need both, right? If you don't understand people, but you understand the business, well, you're going to cause some friction. If you understand people, but you don't understand the business, you're not going to put on a good show. So I think he has both of those, and here's hoping that continues because I think wrestling is there's something that feels like it's bubbling right now. Like it's ready to just explode. And I think this is definitely a time where they could take it even further. Like everybody knows WWE now, but those days in the Attitude Era when WCW and WWE were just drawing these massive numbers. Like, I mean, these were crazy, crazy numbers every week. WWE could get back to that, I think. If, especially with the Netflix deal, I think they can go back to that level of mainstream and, that level of excitement. And so I hope we get to see it. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next.